Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Buenos dias. Yes. Are you as excited and happy and proud as I am? Yes. Luz, we love you. We love you. And I thank you on behalf of all of us for choosing to do this today. It's already been said it's International Women's Day, and so there's already some spirit to the celebration. But as someone who's been in office for just a few more years than Luz, and have seen a whole lot of things at the city, at the state level, at the federal level, I can tell you there's a lot of people who get elected to office, a lot of people who will take their oath of office, maybe in City Hall, in the state capitol, in our nation's capital, but it's not everybody who chooses to also celebrate in and with community. And so thank you, Luz, for allowing this opportunity for all of us to be in it with you. It's my honor to be here, and I know timekeepers, my 8 minutes are going to go fast. But I wouldn't have missed it for the world. It's an honor to have been invited because not only am I proud and a little bit relieved that I have Luz as a champion in the House of Representatives as I'm fighting the fight on the other side of the Capitol, but because I've known Luz for a little while. As I look around the audience, I know there's people who I've met that say, well, I know Luz because she supports my organization or my cause. I have known Luz because we grew up together. I have known Luz because I interned in her office and she helped me do this. There's a lot of ways that we all connect with Luz. Luz and I go back to our days at San Fernando High School. Go Tigers. And where's Carmen? Carmen's got to be here somewhere. Oh, she's sick. Otherwise, you would hear Carmen. I met Luz through her sister Carmen, who was a classmate of mine, and I'm thankful because a couple years later, when I was at MIT, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, I heard that Luz had applied, had been accepted, but wasn't sure whether or not she'd go. So played a small role in helping recruit, helping convince Luz, no, you got accepted, you got to come to MIT. She was much smarter than I was. I barely got my degree in mechanical engineering. She got hers in electrical and then went on to her master's in education at Harvard. After a great private sector career, she comes home to start DIY Girls, another reason a lot of people know Luz, right? Talk about commitment to community, commitment to getting more young women to pursue STEM education and STEM careers. And it was because of that grounding, the values that both then Congressman Cárdenas and I saw in action, that we knew that when the opportunity presented itself to run for the state assembly, that she's the type of public servant we needed in that moment. Someone who would run for office not because of the title, someone who would run for office not because of power or self-interest, someone who would run for office to serve and to help people and to help make the Northeast Valley and the state and, frankly, our country a better place because of the work that you do. It was important then, and it's even so much more important now. I don't think you have to name names to state the obvious of the attacks on our communities in so many ways. I mean, look, we're here at a community college, an institute of higher education. While there are efforts to eliminate the United States Department of Education. That's not an exaggeration, but it's an important contrast to consider. Right? We're standing here with beautiful views of the San Gabriel Mountains, which the San Gabriel Mountains National Monument was recently expanded. Right? How appropriate as we celebrate not just a fighter for education, but a fighter for the environment and environmental justice. Luz's climate actions speak for themselves. We have in Luz a fighter for immigrants. So many of us in this community are either immigrants or children of immigrants who make this country incredibly strong, great, successful, and powerful. So at this critical time, like I said, I'm fighting the fight in the Senate. I feel better knowing that if I just look way down the hall of the Capitol, on the other side, I see not just the San Fernando High School Tiger, not just an MIT alum, not just a founder of DIY Girls, not just a former member of the California State Assembly, but as of January 3rd of this year, Congresswoman Luz Rivas. Y muy brevemente, en los 60 segundos que me quedan, solo quería dar gracias a todos ustedes por estar aquí en este día tan importante, pero al mismo tiempo felicitar y dar las gracias a Luz por su compromiso a nuestra comunidad, su decisión de servir en este puesto, porque el servicio público viene con mucho sacrificio personal, pero lo hace de todo corazón, con el único deseo de mejorar las oportunidades para nuestra comunidad y las futuras generaciones de esta comunidad y de nuestro país. Y no es muy seguido que vemos este tipo de evento, un oficial elegido a nivel municipal, estatal, federal, que no solo toma el puesto en el Capitolio, pero elige celebrar con comunidad. Es un día muy, muy importante y me da mucho gusto ser parte del programa. Muchísimas gracias. Thank you, Luz.
I now want to bring Congresswoman Luz Rivas and her mother Estela Perez to the swearing-in ceremony. Place your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand. And repeat after me. I, Luz Rivas, do solemnly swear.
I, Luz Rivas, do solemnly swear.
That I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
That I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
Against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
Against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
That
I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
And I take this obligation freely.
I take this obligation freely.
Without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion.
Without any mental reservations or purpose of evasion.
And that I will well and faithfully discharge.
And I will well and faithfully discharge.
The duties of the office.
The duties of the office.
On which I am about to enter.
On which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Luz Rivas. Congresswoman Luz Rivas.
Thank you for joining me today. It's a very special day to celebrate with my community. And I stand here overwhelmed by the trust and responsibility that you have all placed in me to represent all of you in the United States House of Representatives. But today is not about me, and this moment is not mine alone. While my name may be plastered everywhere around this room, the truth is I would not be on this stage today talking to all of you if it were not for all of you. From this view, this is an amazing view from up here. I see people I went to high school, I see childhood friends, teachers, community leaders, people I've met in the last 10 years, people I went to kindergarten with. Like, all of you are here, and it's such a beautiful view from up here, looking at your faces, and just the honor that you're here celebrating with me. The hard work and sacrifices that so many people made getting to this moment being possible. Of course, this includes the hard work of my mother, Estela, which, as you may have noticed, it was really hard for me to repeat the oath because I could hear her crying next to me. And so it kind of caught me off guard. I promise you I do know the words to the oath. but I was getting emotional and trying to keep it together up there for you, to make you proud. But, my mom came to this country in 1963. And, my parents were divorced when I was a baby. And we grew up, my sister and I, which my sister is sick today and couldn't join us today. But my mom made a lot of sacrifices as a single mother here in Pacoima. Oh, now I'm turning into Tony Cardenas. Now I'm really a Congress member. Thank you. But anyway, we grew up here and right there, right by the new LA Mission College on Van Nuys and Telfair. We lived with my aunt and her 5 kids in a 3-bedroom, 1-bath house. When I was just a baby, and moved around a lot. That's why I constantly move, because that's what's comfortable for me. Because I grew up moving every 1 or 2 years, looking for a better place for us to live. And that's what my mom was doing while she was working Monday through Friday, overtime, Saturdays and Sundays, cleaning houses in Northridge and other parts of the valley, and taking us with her. It was a lot of sacrifice, a lot of hard work, but it paid off. Her daughter is now a United States Congresswoman. Gracias. Muchas gracias. I'm going to stop because then I won't. I'll keep crying. But no one gets to this stage alone, and lucky does not begin to describe the way I feel today. I have the best people, the best community in my corner. I have an amazing team here in the Valley and in Washington who are all, thank you, who are all ready, he's already working, ready to work for you. And I want to recognize my team because they made this event possible, and all the work that you're going to see coming from my office is due to their hard work and dedication. So can my staff please wave when their name is called? I'll start with my Chief of Staff, Claudia Urabaso Beckelman. My District Director, Maribel Becerra. My Legislative Director, Zachary Cahan. My Communications Director, Daniel Santa Cruz. My Senior Legislative Assistant, Marcos Sanchez. My scheduler, Carolina Gomez Rivas Vasquez. My caseworker, Brenda Lopez. My field representative, Cynthia Becerra. She's over there. And my staff assistant, Luz Escobar Zapata. They are excited to serve you, and I'm excited for you to get to know them. The San Fernando Valley, especially the Northeast Valley, shows up for one another. We celebrate our victories together. We help each other through adversities. And perhaps most importantly, we push each other to find our voice and fight for what we believe is right. I learned this from an early age with my teacher, my government teacher at San Fernando High School, Mr. Alex Reza, which he is here today with us. Thanks to Mr. Reza, generations of San Fernando High students were able to find their voices and fight for their beliefs. Now more than ever, and I'm sure there's a lot of Mr. Reza students. Raise your hand if you had Mr. Reza. Yeah, including Senator Padilla. Okay. Now more than ever, especially everything that we're seeing in DC, public school students need mentors and educators who do more than teach from the book. Public schools and public school teachers like Mr. Reza make our communities stronger. Public school teachers, like the ones I had at Telfair Elementary, Pacoima Middle School, and San Fernando High School, challenge students' viewpoints and show them pathways that they previously thought were not possible, just like they did for me. That was my goal when I started a nonprofit here in the Valley, DIY Girls. I wanted to give girls, especially girls of color that looked like me, an opportunity to see a future with STEM. I knew that if I could get at least one girl interested in a career in STEM to help her community, I would feel proud. Today, DIY Girls has helped thousands of girls from the San Fernando Valley become interested in STEM. These girls empowered me to pursue a pathway that would improve their lives and the lives of their communities. Our country's greatest strength is the diversity of our workforce, regardless of what the administration says. Now in Congress, I sit on the Science, Space, and Technology Committee, and as co-chair of the STEM Education Caucus in Congress, I'm glad to continue the work to expand STEM education opportunities for students across the country. Empowering our future STEM workforce allows us to take on the challenges that our community has faced for years. For years, companies have viewed our community as a dumping ground for their trash and debris. This has resulted in many of our neighbors dealing with high rates of asthma and other respiratory illnesses. We have incredible organizations working to address these issues here in our community, including Pacoima Beautiful, Nature for All, and the Sierra Club. We worked together during my time in the Assembly, and I look forward to continuing our work together to secure a cleaner and healthier community for all. A cleaner and healthier community means creating a community where everyone feels safe. President Trump and Republicans are trying to instill fear and divide our communities, especially our immigrant communities. Everyone here knows that immigrants make our communities stronger. Thank you. They are our business owners, our teachers, our neighbors. I will fight to protect all of them because to them, home is here. So the Valley will always be home, and it is the honor of a lifetime to represent my home in Congress. I hope I can make you proud. I know I won't be perfect. No one is. I will make mistakes along the way, as anybody does in a new job. But I promise you to do my best every day to listen to you. I promise to fly to Washington, D.C. each week with your hopes, your dreams, and concerns on my mind, and do what I believe in my heart is best for this community. I will fight for our public school students and protect and expand their opportunities to not only catch up, but to get ahead. I will stand up to polluters who act without regard for the livelihoods of the people that live here. This community deserves leaders who will prioritize public health, the environment, and our communities. I will stand up to this administration and its attempts to drive fear and division among our immigrant families. You deserve nothing less. Nothing great was ever achieved alone, and this is proof of so many of you that joined me today to celebrate. That is why today is a celebration for all of us, and the work that we can accomplish as a community when we all come together. Today, let's celebrate the progress we've made so far, and then tomorrow, in the only way the Valley knows how, let's give it everything we have to continue building the future that we can all be proud of. I close by saying, simple from the bottom of my heart, and with the voice this community helped me discover many years ago, thank you. Muchas gracias. Thank you again for joining me today. A huge thank you to Chef Ramiro and the LA Mission College Culinary Arts Institute for providing the food that you're about to enjoy at today's community celebration. Please enjoy. Feliz Día de la Mujer.